Hi there guys, it's Dan here from Trading College with your market update. Just wanted to start with the Dow Jones, obviously incredibly bullish. We are here as we look at the daily chart, and but bulls continue to be in control, pushing beyond all-time highs, and now getting a bit of divergence here on the both the weekly chart and the 4-hour chart. So we're just expecting really a bit of a cooling. It's been an incredible move. You know, maybe we get to 36,000 here on the Dow, but we have quite a big loss of momentum on our storyteller down below here on the weekly chart after hitting kind of all-time highs, and also on the 4-hour chart. So expecting maybe a bit of a sell-off, a couple of 100, 300, 400 pips, maybe something like that. You can see here I'm counting sort of, if you like, waves of divergence here. The first starting here like this in the storyteller. You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5 here, where we can see, you know, perhaps the market's going to come off, measured a fib a few times, bit of a messy chart here, little bit of an ending diagonal potential maybe up here. But yeah, so we're just sort of seeing, you know, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of waves as we lose momentum here and the market just pushes up, and now we're into these kind of Fibonacci zones where the market's really got extended. So perhaps we might just see towards the end of the week, middle of the week, end of the week, we don't know, a little bit of a breakdown, even if it's just back to kind of support. Then, you know, that is the potential and what we're on the lookout for. But generally long and strong. You know, ideally we want to see perhaps a bit of a pullback into these levels, and then maybe, you know, looking to go even longer to that 36,000 and beyond, something like that. Similar story in the DAX, German DAX, you know, been really strong. We were looking at this in a live trading room this morning and seeing if we perhaps were going to get, you know, a rejection of the up move at a bit of a key area on the daily chart, which is 76.4. Measured this kind of fib here, and you know, we've just been pushing above, but we're in a real critical zone. You just look left, we've kind of got a bit of a left shoulder here, and, you know, potentially a sort of head period here, and then maybe a right shoulder is happening. So looking to see maybe if this fails, but let's see. All is, you know, we're expecting a rate decision later this week. You know, maybe that will turn these markets over, but you know, we got to wait and see what happens. So looking still long bias, long and strong, but we are at key zones, no more as well than the NASDAQ. Here, if we look at the tech market, I mean, Tesla in recent days has had a huge push up with the story around Hertz buying, I think it's $4.3 billion worth of Teslas, massive big order from a big company. And we highlighted this today in our live trading room, bit of a double top zone here. So which was 15,708, and yeah, we're just coming down about 80 pips down from that double top. Let's see if we just pop down to the 8-period moving average, back down to support, or do we have, you know, a bigger correction? So yes, long and strong, but we've got some key areas of resistance in the stock market that we'll be keeping a close eye on. And with that said as well, we're also looking at crude oil, which is giving us some signals as well. You know, it's been really long and strong and and working nicely. Crude, it's just loads, you know, very long and up. On the daily chart, we do still have a weekly huge divergence happening, and so we're long but with caution, because the storyteller on the weekly is telling us actually that we could have a bit of a decent sized correction, you know, pull back here. You can see I've plotted my fib here from the previous, from June's swing to the August low. And we've got projections up at these kind of Fibonacci areas. You know, we came off the big round number 85 and wondering if we were going to get a bit of a push down. We found some support and we seem to be rallying today, but we've still got this kind of move south in the momentum. So keeping a close eye on that. You know, long side bias is still looking good and still playing, making nice higher highs and higher lows. But we are a little bit separated now, and with various sort of structures of divergence across the markets. You know, this 4-hour continual lower lows in the storyteller. Yeah, so looking to see if we're going to come off at some stage. 85.50 is quite a big 161 kind of fib on that daily. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. In terms of the gold market here, we did have a new PTS buy on the daily. Let's just load this up. New PTS buy, and it's a little bit sort of choppy and sideways, not huge, you know, not the greatest of markets to trade at the moment, but we are starting to make higher highs and higher lows here on the 4 hours, and we have a new PTS buy signal, so a new green candle breaking above the moving averages, and we're above the 0 line. So do we see a bit of a push up? You know, good risk reward here with your stop below the moving averages, and maybe, who knows, we could get back up to that 1900 area longer term with a sort of U-shaped target. So long side focus for perhaps the rest of the week and the end or next or into next week. Also a couple of sort of longer term trades for you. We've got CAD Swissy looking good for swings long. You know, monthly and weekly are both looking good, so we're just looking for new daily PTS buys. You know, if we look at the weekly, we're just breaking out of a bit of a range, and we've got a new kind of momentum trigger PTS buy here. So looking for longs, and maybe up to, as I've got here, a bit of an extension up to 76. CAD Swissy looking good for swing longs, and also got the New Zealand dollar, which is similar. Big sort of quite a good day for US currency pairs. You can see here very similar on the weekly. Well, when I say similar pattern, a little bit earlier. Need to see this close with a momentum trigger and PTS. You know, maybe we're going to break out now. If we just take this trend line across the highs there, you know, starting to sort of break out of this, and you know, maybe we could go for U-shaped target 74.50. Looking okay, looking good for more long side trades. Just another market I've been looking at, obviously Tesla, fabulous move up. And I was looking at the hourly chart, and just as the sort of Bloomberg and all the news is saying, okay, you know, today what a big move it's been, and the reason for the move is about this Hertz kind of buy. I look back, and actually last Thursday we had the beautiful momentum trigger and PTS buy here that's just pushed the market up, but we got a little bit, we're getting got a bit extended now, and maybe we're just due for a bit of a pullback. If we look on the kind of weekly chart, you know, there's huge separation on the weekly now, and we are into these kind of fib extension areas, and we have you know, a loss of momentum in the storyteller. So, you know, looking for a pullback to support before any new buys. That's sort of Tesla. So that's your sort of market update. Hope that's useful and helpful. Just some of the things that we're looking at and looking out for the week. A little bit of a call out as well for any of you guys that are in the London area at the weekend. Learn to Trade Live, come along and take part, sign up and register for Learn to Trade Live. You can meet some of us in person and obviously hopefully learn something on the day. But yes, we've got a session on Saturday for Learn to Trade Live. So do reach out to the office, and they'll register you and give you details. Thanks guys, have a good rest of your week.